Prologue. The political landscape of the late Republic. In the turbulent year of 37 BC, the political dynamics of the Roman Republic were in flux, shaped by the ambitions and rivalries of powerful figures. At the heart of this shifting landscape was Mark Antony, a key player in the aftermath of Julius Caesar's assassination and one of the leaders of the Roman world. His relationship with Cleopatra VII, the Queen of Egypt, had evolved into a potent alliance that would not only impact their respective realms but also reverberate throughout the Mediterranean. The significance of Antony and Cleopatra's alliance. Antony's initial connection with Cleopatra was rooted in a mix of political necessity and personal attraction. As Rome faced external threats and internal strife, the alliance with Egypt represented a strategic opportunity for both leaders. Cleopatra, a savvy ruler known for her intelligence and political acumen, sought to secure her kingdom's independence and enhance her influence over Rome. For Antony, forging a strong alliance with Egypt provided military support, resources, and legitimacy, critical in his ongoing struggle for power against his rival, Octavian. The context of the alliance. Background of Antony's political career. Mark Antony had risen to prominence as a military leader and politician, serving as Julius Caesar's loyal supporter during the Civil War. After Caesar's assassination, Antony found himself embroiled in a power struggle with other key figures, including Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir. The Civil War had decimated traditional republican governance, and the ensuing chaos created a ripe environment for opportunistic alliances. Cleopatra's ascendancy. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt, was no stranger to political intrigue. Ascending to the throne in a tumultuous era, she navigated her way through alliances, betrayals, and familial conflicts. Her relationship with Caesar had strengthened her position, but his death left her vulnerable. Seeking a powerful ally to secure her reign and protect Egypt from Roman encroachment, she turned to Antony. The marriage proposal. The initial encounters. The year began with Antony and Cleopatra reuniting, having previously met in 41 BC. Their relationship had blossomed into a significant political and personal connection. Recognizing the need for a formal alliance, Cleopatra understood that marrying Antony would solidify their partnership and enhance their standing in the Mediterranean. The proposal. Antony's intentions. Antony, eager to fortify his political position and expand his influence in the East, contemplated a marriage that would not only benefit him but also legitimize Cleopatra's rule in the eyes of Rome. He saw in her a powerful ally who could provide him with the resources he needed for his campaigns against Parthia and strengthen his position against Octavian. Cleopatra's considerations. Cleopatra, astute in her political maneuvers, recognized that a marriage to Antony would elevate her status. However, she was also aware of the complexities involved. The union would mean navigating the delicate balance between loyalty to her Egyptian heritage and the Roman political landscape. The wedding ceremony. The setting. The wedding took place in Alexandria, a city that represented the cultural and political center of Egypt. Cleopatra's palace, an opulent symbol of her reign, was adorned with luxurious decorations, reflecting the wealth and power of the Egyptian monarchy. The ceremony was designed to showcase not only their union but also the grandeur of both their realms. The ceremony and festivities. Rituals and symbolism. The marriage ceremony was steeped in rich symbolism, blending Egyptian and Roman traditions. Dressed in lavish garments, Cleopatra adorned herself with jewels that signified her status as a goddess. Antony, donning Roman armor, represented the military might and protection he offered. Public display. The wedding was a public spectacle, intended to send a powerful message to their subjects. Thousands gathered to witness the union, reinforcing the legitimacy of their alliance. The festivities included feasts, music, and theatrical performances that celebrated their love and political aspirations. Oaths and commitments. As part of the ceremony, Antony and Cleopatra exchanged vows that highlighted their mutual commitment to each other and their respective kingdoms. They pledged to support each other in their quests for power and to unite their forces against any external threats. The political implications of the union. Strengthening the Eastern Front. Military alliances. The marriage solidified Antony's control over the eastern provinces and provided him access to Egypt's vast resources. Cleopatra's support would be crucial for Antony's campaigns against the Parthian Empire, which threatened Rome's eastern borders. Egyptian resources. With Egypt's grain supply and wealth at his disposal, Antony's military campaigns were significantly bolstered. The partnership promised to enhance Roman military effectiveness in the East, where Rome faced formidable challenges. Octavian's reaction: political maneuvering. Octavian viewed the union as a direct threat to his ambitions. He recognized that Antony's marriage to Cleopatra would enhance his rival's power and influence. In response, Octavian began to position himself as the defender of Roman values and the traditional republic, framing Antony's relationship with Cleopatra as a betrayal. Propaganda campaign. Octavian's supporters launched a propaganda campaign, portraying Antony as a traitor who had abandoned his Roman roots for an Egyptian queen. This narrative aimed to sway public opinion and garner support for his cause against Antony. Challenges and struggles. Post-marriage internal strife. The union was not without its challenges. Within both Antony's and Cleopatra's courts, dissent began to brew. Some of Antony's Roman supporters viewed the marriage as a betrayal of their ideals, while Cleopatra faced opposition from those wary of her influence over Roman affairs. The question of heirs' political legacy. The couple's children became a focal point of their alliance. Cleopatra had given birth to 3 children, and Antony's desire for legitimate heirs to secure his legacy complicated the political dynamics. The potential for conflict over succession loomed large. The birth of Caesarion. Cleopatra had also given birth to Caesarion, whom she claimed was the son of Julius Caesar. This claim not only tied her to the powerful legacy of Caesar but also created a rivalry among Antony's offspring. The campaign against Parthia. Preparing for war. Following their marriage, Antony shifted focus toward preparing for military campaigns against the Parthians. With Cleopatra's support, he aimed to restore Roman prestige in the East, which had suffered during previous conflicts. The expedition planned strategic objectives. Antony's campaign sought to reclaim territories lost to the Parthians and reassert Roman dominance. The collaboration with Cleopatra promised to enhance logistical support and bolster his army's numbers with Egyptian troops. Mobilizing resources. Cleopatra's wealth facilitated the recruitment and training of additional soldiers, as well as securing supplies for the campaign. The couple worked in tandem, presenting a united front in their military ambitions. The tension between East and West. The growing rift with Octavian. Political fallout. As Antony prepared for war, the tensions with Octavian escalated. The Roman political landscape grew increasingly polarized, with supporters of each leader rallying for their respective causes. Public sentiment. The perception of Antony's marriage to Cleopatra continued to fuel public discourse. Octavian's supporters painted a picture of Antony as an Eastern despot, disconnected from the values of the Roman Republic, which played into the fears of many Romans who yearned for stability. Shifting alliances. As the situation unfolded, former allies began to reconsider their loyalties. Some Roman generals and politicians saw the potential for gain by aligning with Octavian, sensing that Antony's relationship with Cleopatra might ultimately lead to his downfall. Legacy of the union. A moment of promise. Antony and Cleopatra's marriage represented a significant turning point in Roman history. It was a moment filled with promise, as both leaders envisioned a future where their alliance would lead to greatness and stability. However, beneath the surface, the seeds of conflict and rivalry were being sown. The path to disaster. The union, while politically advantageous, ultimately set in motion a series of events that would lead to one of the most significant conflicts in Roman history. The combination of personal ambition, political intrigue, and the complexities of loyalty would play out in the years to come, culminating in the eventual clash between Antony and Octavian.